This is day 917 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. This week's Arukh HaShulchan Yomi is being sponsored for his chutz for Shidduchim. It's a Shem Shbiyat Toeles. Today we are doing Siman Tov Reish Daled Sifi Tov Reish Daled Sif Daled to Tov Reish Tez Zion Sif Daled. Sounds like a lot. Daled Divrei Rambam Per Gimel Din Zayin Yesh Makom Yum. There's a question about the Rambam. How does he hold? We're talking about shoes on Yom Kippur. I'm pushing to Shuhu Omeid B'Shitas Rosh Kol Shalei Shal Or Mutar Filo Shaleitz. Unfortunately, assuming he holds like with the Rosh and everything, which is not lead as mutter, even if it's of wood. He goes, "Don't Mash McCain." Roshon disagrees. He says, "That's taken away from his language." Because I'm also, Mina Basana now to put on shoe and sandal. I feel Brago Echad even on one leg. Mutar says sandal Shlosham. You can go out with a sandal of cork. You shall get me of hemp for Chayetz Behem, etc. Korach Adam Beged Al Raglo v'Chayetz Behem. A person can wrap also a garment on his leg and go out that way. Shekoshi Oretz Magia L'Raglov. Oh, because the hardness of the earth reaches his feet. Margish Shu Yachef, and he feels that he's barefoot. Hakalashana. Hareshi Yitzrich. Rambam requires Sharego Targish, that the foot should feel that it's barefoot. Oh, wood. You certainly were not going to feel that you're barefoot. Therefore, it should be also to wear. But nearly the time Rambam's reasoning says, it's not that wooden shoe is called a shoe. No, it's possible. In terms of Yibun, you can't use it for chalitza. Elataimo, nearly, but the reason seems to be the came to Yom Kippur have a time mishum inui. This Yom Kippur, the issue is affliction. Anybody who is not being afflicted, and does not feel that he's going barefoot, also it's forbidden. Things like hemp and cork and hemp and garment. I reckon the foot can feel the hardness of the ground because they're soft. That's not true with wood. Because you will not be able to go out with a wooden shoe on Yom Kippur. Rashi, but this is very Rambam. This and the Rambam all hold that way according to this interpretation. The Rishbur says anything which is not made of leather is not called a minnow. It's not called a shoe. It's called a garment. So I'm calling it machmir wood with wood, even if it's not covered with leather. And we'll see something more in the next sif. So, hey, v'dash etzleinu by us halchim kalasin b'yom kippurim. It's kind of a slipper. It's literally galoshes. Galoshes are rubber outer coverings you put over your shoes when it rains. But I don't think these are the same type of galoshes because it said they're not leather. Fumin guma, it's kind of rubber. Fugamu rach, it's also soft. Margish koshi arth. And well, actually, it does feel for the parameter of galoshes, yeah. And the foot feels the hardness of the ground. Koshkich mutlech volkus. Volkus, I don't know what they are, but it says Yishem shel temer poshet. Some sort of woolen sock. They're very soft. There's so much are thick and hard. Oh, very much so. Actually, like Yishko shorts, so the foot does not feel the hardness of the ground. Rambam said, "Ain't no Yom Kippur. Should wear Yom Kippur. Certainly when they are covered with leather." Which says some people machmir not to go out with these. With the felt shoes, which are called Volk, and so galoshes. We follow the galoshes of rubber also machmir. Even though it can be moich on the hand on those who make them, Unless somebody who can do it, it's appropriate for him to go specifically with socks made of fabric, as is the minhag. So both the Arukh HaShulchan and Mishnah Berurah are much more machmir than is the custom today. I'm not sure where the custom today came from, based on what they're saying, especially according to Rambam. But the custom today, obviously, is that many people wear sneakers, many people wear slippers, which many people wear Crocs, but you certainly can't feel the hardness of the ground. Because of Rabbeinu Harama, the Mutzah Rambam occurring socially allowed to stand on pillows and on cushions of leather. So his machmir may be blessed. Don't see any reason for this chumrah. But the chatchila, it should be mutter even to deliberately. It's not a shoe. When Rambam is clear why it should be machmir. The Torah targish because the leg has to feel the hardness of the ground. Mishnah Berurah, however, is more make on this. He says Mishnah Berurah doesn't seem to go with the hardness of the ground issue. That really is the truth. In other words, the hardness of the ground is Arukh HaShulchan and Chiddush based on the Rambam. Mishnah Berurah seems to be going with the understanding that the issue is leather and perhaps something which is similar to leather, and that but it's not a question of the hardness of the ground. He doesn't seem to have that issue. But according to the Rambam, the Arukh HaShulchan's understanding Rambam, that is the issue. The legs should feel the hardness of the ground. Long brackets here. Ayin bach shekosav sheyeshol chol yachif. The Rach says somebody who went actually barefoot. Nish chashu das amar. It seems that they were concerned with the opinion of the Mar. The Maskon, according to the conclusion, gam shel beged asur. Even fabric is forbidden. The chudus maya. It's something akin to evidence can bring from the back. Shebi a tour with the two that it's preferable not to wear anything. The Jews was solitary opinion against all the other rabbis, negative Yerushalmi, against Yerushalmi, negative Shabbos Yavamas, against Shabbos Yavamas. There's no evidence in the Bahag. He's just saying what people would do, but not what is required. People go barefoot from before Kippur begins. Because that's why you have to go before to take up your shoes before you in order to go to shul. Be'er Halacha says you got to take off from before Yom Kippur begins, and they have to give has to be some Tosefes. So evidently he's saying that is the Tosefes, not to go to shul in shoes. Some people do go in shoes. Before sunset, they go take them off in shul. Now, that which it says that to the Abraham says that he doesn't like standing on cushions and pillows because it's legaiva, it's arrogant. That's in order to have that issue gaiva, that believes the tefachai. The lowest moving law, it's not up there, mamish flush with the ground, v'duk. The Shabbat says now to stand on cushions and pillows, even they're not to be talking about. It doesn't say which between less than tefach, more than a tefach. So it's a little bit of a pella that we're also mako, I guess, because the assumption is that Shai knew him only the Rabbanan, and therefore you can go like Mount Army that it's only literally a leather shoe, which is also. I guess that's our limit close for what we all do. Alternatively, I guess you could say that maybe a slipper or sneaker it's not a hard sole like a shoe, so therefore the person doesn't feels the hardness of the ground. And that wouldn't have for Crocs. Okay. Vav hachaya kol shloshim yom. A woman who gave birth for the first 3 days, vachola and a chola, a sick person. Even though he's not in a state of danger, will totally notice the sound. We'll put on shoes. They Latino kosher mode. You'll call it stagnate for the new mother and for the sick person. Cold is very, very dangerous. So if somebody has a wound on his leg, if he has a wound on one leg, you should put a shoe on that foot. V'Ragoshay also, but it's forbidden to put a shoe on the other foot. The mutar called him, sandam, mutar called adam, sandam machmas akra v'chayetz v'shleishchenu. There are scorpions around, you're allowed to wear shoes so you shouldn't get bitten. If there are scorpions present, or dvarim anoshkim, or other biting creatures. Because of anguish, only anguish. Such as places where the streets are paved with cobblestones. It's difficult to go there barefoot. Too bad. Can't put a shoe. The other, on the contrary, the Zenom Mitzvah, that's no point. We should be afflicted by not wearing shoes. Zion, because the Rabbeinu Amma, in your Shem, will have it for eating this. If it's raining and you need to go from your house to shul or vice versa, and you are a sensitive person, you'll have to put on your shoes until you reach the place where you're going. I've been noticed to this, but if you're not sensitive, it's also. The Isness should put the shoes in a hidden place in the shul. Those who complain about those who are lenient in the rain, they call them they say not everybody can claim they're sensitive. If he has daiti, so they'll show him because car in our countries when it's cold on Kippur, it's considered to be a sakara, it's only allowed to put on shoes. And it's clear when there is mud and pitch. The mutar, you're allowed to put on shoes. The small. And some say you have to, in that case, split the right shoe to the left foot, or left foot to the right foot. But go in a shoe without a heel. That's not our custom. You know why? Okay, we don't have such shoes without heels. Back then, evidently, the shoes were more interchangeable than they are today. Today, they're not interchangeable. You can't walk that way. Tov Reish Tezvav, Isa Tashi Shemito, Yom Kippurim, the prohibition of marital relations on Yom Kippur. Aleph, Yom Kippurim also Tashi Shemito. Yom Kippur was not allowed to have marital relations. Begam Zeh B'chal Ini Sem. It's also included in affliction. The Miyas Tashmish Mikra Inui, curtailing marital relations, called affliction. Bagmar Yov Zeh Mikra, Pasuk Gemara learns that from a Pasuk and Shom. Even places where people don't go to dip in the mikveh after having relations, also at Tashmish, you're not allowed to have relations. In other words, the low tema, the Isra Mishub, Hatfilah, don't say prohibition because of the going to the mikveh. Afterwards, Isra Chitza, because of the prohibition of washing, the relations themselves are forbidden. A person should distance himself from his wife the entire day as he would from a nida. Don't sleep within the same bed, and don't touch her at night. During the day, it's not an issue touching her. That's the Taz who says it's not an issue. The Mother says it is an issue, but Arukh HaShulchan says the minhag is not that way to be machmir during the day, but nevertheless, you shouldn't have extensive conversation with her. Mishtabur is a machmir. It says you're not allowed to touch your wife both night and day, and also you shouldn't speak too much with her. And I believe the minhag nowadays is to be machmir both night and day, at least on Yom Kippur. Beis, Kosin Bashili Yuma. I mean, I'm not necessarily on Tisha B'Av, but it's on Yom Kippur. I think I'm on Tisha B'Av because the minhag is to be machmir during the day. Kosin Bashili Yuma. Tana Bei Rabbi Yishmael Haro Keri Yom Kippur. Somebody sees an admission on Yom Kippur, Yidah Kol Shana Chulish, be concerned the entire year. If he survived the year, he is assured that he is a candidate for the world to come. There's also to this language of the tour. You should be concerned. They're showing him that they would not accept his fast. He's and they gave him like a consolation prize. They made him satisfied with what they can make him satisfied. Gavin Shimose Costa Rabo. It's like a slave who the marshal is not exactly precise to the nimshal, but it's like a slave who poured a cup l'rabba for his master, and the master throws the pitcher back at him. Most of if he completes his year, he's clear about Olam Haba. Yesh lo zchuyos. Shehina love Akal must have merit to protect him. End quote from the Torah. Mishmur says Achronim say it's only if you see carry not on account of a lot of eating or drinking, or on account of a inappropriate thought. But if it comes to one of those things, it's no right either way, because it's all about only from where you saw carry from, because Mina Shamayim without any catalyst down here below. Because of Rashi, Rashi takes to say the similar davar a raya that you if you see carrying a kippur and you complete a year, you're in good shape. Here is Zera Yarich Yavim. When seed one has long days. Pasuk Yishai and Gimel. But Chenkos of Torah writes something similar. And more brackets he says if Shamati Apim Mash Kosim Shabbos Kufayim base. Based on Gemara Koyimez Kanim Asher Richu Yamim, the Pasuk Shoftim about the Kanim after Yoshua, or the Kanim who have long days. Yamim Harichu B'Shanim Lo Harichu. Have long years and not long days, not long years. Partly more asked El Me'atul Mani B'Ri Mechem. Mani B'Ri Mechem Shmaz that also mean long days, not long years. But Tarek and the answer is Bracha Shiny. Ayin Sham. And if it's using context of Bracha, clearly means a long life. Zedim Lo Yaleh Shana Year Zera Yarich Yamim. So that's if he doesn't complete the year. So he saw Zera and was Marach Yamim, but not Shonim. He also Shana, if he actually did make it past the year, have a bracha, so then it becomes a bracha. Yarich Yamim B'Shanim, and have long days, whatever that means, and long years as well. How do you deal with children of Kippur? Children are allowed to eat, and drink, to wash, and anointing when they need this. So now they'll accept putting on shoes, it's appropriate to educate them. It's about them so much. Maybe if it's not Yom Kippur, they don't put on shoes. Why should I be educated for this on this holy day? But eating and drinking, they need it. And washing and anointing, has to do with what they're accustomed to. And say, Anthony knows, but we don't, the children normally don't wash and anoint on a daily basis. It seems appropriate to educate them in this as well. Because Manachim is doubt, and the time when you start the chinuch will be clarified shortly. Eating and drinking. The adult can give it to eat and drink. Not considered might come to eat himself. But as we forbid you to handle chametz and Pesach, not to be wine or not to handle wine, no time is uncomfortable. And then eat all food. So afraid you're going to eat the chametz as well, or the wine as well. Is supposed to Kippur not eating at all. Love as long as he has the fear of the din. Yesh mitzvah lachmir is that it was only machmir. Ikar, it's not the actual lachem. But if the children are old enough, you don't have to feed them. Prepare for them the food. Someone they eat on their own. When they isser, not because of prohibition, it's not because prohibited to give them to eat. Torah. It's an effort which is unnecessary. Why should you do something which is not required? Washing and anointing these children not for a child. The time when he washes and anoints the child, he also himself gets some pleasure. So necessary tell non-Jew to do it. Those say some say even the Jew himself can wash them and anoint them. It's not called pleasure. Those distinguish between hot water and cold water. Shbura, in fact, such make a chiluk. It does make such a chiluk. The Bitzone, the Israel Mishum Inuit, by cold water, when the prohibition is because of affliction, came on Shuvah Tinokos, well, since it's meant to do the children, Rashal Asos Batzmo, do himself as well. Abachamin, by hot water, Gam Shabbos also. Should not do even also on Shabbos. Loya said Batzmo, you should not do it himself, Rakad Ein Yehudi, because that's not really contingent on Hanoah, special zero for Shabbos. And then by Gemara, Mevor the Gam Bechamin Mutzah and Sham. But the one says that even by hot water, it's mutzah to wash the child. and Shabbos, the distinction in this respect between Shabbos and Yom Tov. No, I'm not sure. No. He's saying that hot water for an adult is mutter on Yom Tov. So Yom Kippur really comes down the middle between Shabbos and Yom Tov. So I'm not sure exactly how we decided. But since the difference between Shabbos and Yom Tov, perhaps Yom Kippur will also be okay. But today there's no ramification. Since they don't not accustomed to wash and anoint every day, all sorts are forbidden regardless. Even though you give children, nonetheless, you educate them to fast for several hours. It's customary 2 hours into the day. You make them wait an hour, eat 3 hours into the day. It's customary that 3 hours a day. Feed him 4 hours a day. Because delaying by an hour, there's no concern for his health. Often it gets the meal gets delayed by an hour, even more. Based on the strength of the child, we add on hours every year. Now the cable cleaning and also by a woman, by a girl. And this respect starts from the age of 9, not prior. There's no chinuch by a child who is absolutely caught nowhere near the age of bar mitzvah.